Alright, let's see if this works. Area Mesh Collider, attempt number 1. Nope, 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 nah, nope, nah, that doesn't work. How about this? Nope. What about this? Nope. No wonder it's not working. And please work. Oh, perfect. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Soulveyor devlog number 4. Soulveyor is my multiplayer deck building RPG that I've been working on over the past few years. If anything you see at all piques your interests, consider wishlisting it on Steam and come join the Discord. So this week I've been working on both the area and the procedural area generation of the world. And I pretty much just spent this entire week coding everything, so while that might not seem very interesting, what better way to demonstrate the code than with Legos? Now, I know what you're thinking. Did I just buy and build both of these Lego sets for the sole purpose of this video? Oh, there's a little piece sticking up here. And there's something blocking my... Oh my god, there's a little frog piece. So, when Soulveyor was previously 2D, I only had to worry about generating areas in the X and Y directions. Which was pretty lame. Ow, Jesus, Legos are so which was pretty lame. So the player would only need to move in the X and Y direction. So in reality, this is what 2D games look like behind the scenes. It's all just one flat plane. And really, when the player's moving left and right, they're moving on the X axis. And when they're moving up and down, they're literally just moving up or down on the Y axis. And so if these represented stone walls in a 2D game, the player would really only be moving up or down. But it would be giving the illusion that these are actually walls due to colliders or layering tricks to make it seem like they're actually walls standing up. Why am I sweating so much? But now that my game's 3D, I can't just use this X and Y movement. I need to add a third dimension. I need to use the Z dimension. So instead of the player laying flush with the ground, the player now actually needs to stand up in the world. This is still the X direction, but this is now the Z dimension. And so that would be the player moving along the ground, and the Y dimension would be reserved for the player jumping or traversing vertically in the world. And it's really important that I have this 3D world, because if I had just a 2D world, I wouldn't be able to use lighting. You see how nothing actually moves, the dynamic shadows don't actually get cast in 2D worlds? But in a 3D world, we can now clearly see the dynamic shadows as the time of day changes, for example. That's why it's so important that the world is 3D itself. And so last week, I added walls, which is great and all, and I can even keep stacking the walls on top of each other, but still, the player cannot traverse those vertically. Right now, he can only walk up to the wall, and he gets stopped by it. There's no vertical movement. That's what I spent this week working on, that vertical movement. And with my previous procedural generation system, I was restricted to only one layer of this flat 2D plane. But now with 3D procedural generation, I need to stack multiple layers on top of each other for however high the map goes. And so this gets pretty tricky, because whereas before I could basically just chisel the floor of the map and boom, I have a generated area. But now it's not that simple. Let's say I have an area of 100 by 100 that goes 5 layers tall. I need to make it so that there's enough surface area on each layer so that there's an even amount of space for the player to walk around on each layer. So instead of just creating a 2D area, I need to carve out a 3D procedurally generated area. And I need to make sure that there's enough space on each layer for the player to walk on. Because it would be pointless if the walls were just one layer thick. There wouldn't be much playing room for the player to walk around on each layer or play on at all. There's another problem. Let's say we have an area that's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers tall. Yes, I can generate an area with its own custom unique shape going all the way up to 4 layers high. But still, the player cannot walk up those layers just yet, because I generate the area in such a way that there's a flat tile that gets placed for every single tile in the area for each layer. So that means that when the player actually reaches this change in elevation, they currently have no way of making it up to the next level. That means that I have to create slopes. In addition to creating all of these layers, I also need to place slope tiles or stairs, so this will allow the player to climb up each layer. And I can also place these slopes in any direction I want. North, east, south, or west. And here's what stairs might actually look like in game. And here's what it might look like with some funky lighting. And I could even go crazy and add a house if I want that the player could climb up the stairs, that the player could climb up. And so there you have it. A completely 3D but 2D but 3D generation system. Oh, what's that? Oh! Why do these eggs say 83 on them? That's messy. Oh my god. Not wasting no good butter. I spent the rest of the week working on some new biome tiles so that when I'm done with this whole area generation system, I can easily incorporate these new biome tiles and change a couple of parameters here and there, maybe also change the area terrain type to create deserts, forests, snowy biomes, etc. And previously I wasn't able to do something like this. All I had were just one grass tile that the entire world would share. There was no difference between any of the areas other than size, but now I'm able to change the size both on the X, Y, and Z axis. So different areas are different shapes and sizes height-wise as well. And now with these biome tiles, I'm able to create all sorts of combinations so that each area has its own completely unique pattern. And I actually made these biome tiles on stream, which I stream every Saturday at 9 AM. So come stop by and say hi. I want to have a couple different like variants. So like, instead of just like everything being a grass biome, like everything being a grass and dirt biome, it'd also be nice to have like a desert-y biomes. Right, yeah, like this for example. That doesn't look so bad, but yeah, still, yes, it needs to be a little bit smoother than that. Same thing, yeah, that's the same thing. This tiles with this, obviously, but yeah, just need to change that a little bit. You know, I mean, I could just use the... And the cool thing is, they're all linked in this software, in Aspray, the software that I'm using right now. All these tiles are linked, so I can just make a change to them, and it should apply. I could make... This would need to expand as well, right? Because, like, this is... Yeah, or actually... No, something like this is what it would look like. Yes, this is what it would look like, yeah. So, yeah, this needs to take up the whole area. The single tile is fine. But these need to occupy the whole area. That does not look correct. I only need the corners to touch. So, I mean, I could just simply do like this. Yeah, let's just do this for now. And then I'll smooth it out. Yeah, it's actually fine. Yeah, this just needs to touch. This needs to touch. Just smooth this out a little bit. No. I'll undo this. Beep, 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 beep. So I'm thinking like that. Yeah, I just need to make sure that the corners are touching. I mean, it's even fine if like this is missing. I'll just leave it like this. And I'll change the 3x3 set over here once this works. Does that look too lumpy? Nah. Yeah, nice, looks lumpy, that's good, looks kind of organic. I might change, this stands out a little bit too much. And yeah, this stands out a little bit too much as well. Let's tone that down a teensy bit. Same with that. Actually, I don't really like that sticking out at all. Erase. Too straight, and we'll do this same here. Okay, that's good. Yep, same here. Don't like this sticking out. Do not like that. Okay. That should work now, right? Yes, let's correct the corners. Wait. I don't like this. Don't like that sticking out. It's too sharp. Hey, it's perfect. Look at that. That's beautiful. So this allows for whatever possible combination we have. There we go, yeah, so we can have whatever patch we want. Hey, we have a sand tile. Overall, I still have a lot more work to do with this area generation system, such as adding slopes, layers, and something that doesn't even have to do with the area generation system itself, but I need to get the player and other NPCs, AI, enemy, to be able to walk up these slopes and traverse all these new layers that I'm adding. But if I get all that done by next week, I'm going to start working on my next task, which is parallax. So until then, make sure to wishlist Soulveyor on Steam, join the Discord. I love talking to you all. Until we meet again next Friday at 9 a.m. I upload every single week. Don't miss it. Enjoy the week.